everyone's home on Hollywood Boulevard. My name is Brendan. On behalf of me and all the cast members, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming to Disney's Tangled. Are we excited? Yeah! You guys are the real fans coming to this show. I can't believe this movie's almost 15 years old. We're so excited to be playing this for you tonight. Just going to point out a few things and a few housekeeping items before we get started. In the main auditorium, we have some emergency exits. We have 2 doors on our right and 2 doors on our left. Up in the balcony, I don't believe there's anybody up there, but if you find yourself in the balcony, there's 2 doors to your right and 2 doors to your left. Everyone can go out the doors that they came in. Take as many photos and videos of our beautiful El Capitan curtain show that you're about to see. We do kindly ask that when the feature's on screen, we silence our cell phones, turn off anything that illuminates a light. And if you do need to take a call or a text, just step out into our lobby. That way you don't disturb the guests next to you. But with that, is everybody ready? Yeah! Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the curtain show. Thank you. Know that that's not all. It's Disney Princess Week, so please help me in welcoming our host for this evening, Disney Ambassador Jada.
Hi everyone! Hello! How are you doing? Good. Amazing. I love the energy in this room. This is amazing. As mentioned, it is Disney Princess Week, so we are so excited to be here. My name is Jada. I am a Disney Ambassador of Disneyland Resort, and it is my honor and privilege. Thank you, yes. I hope that you're cheering because you know that I get to represent the 36,000 cast members back at the resort, so shout out to all of them. Yes. So today, speaking of storytelling, as mentioned, it is World Princess Week, and we are celebrating here tonight at the historic El Capitan Theater with someone who inspires us all. Who is it? Do we know who it is? Who's the princess we're celebrating tonight?
Rapunzel!
That's right, it is Rapunzel. So again, as a Disney ambassador, I get to help tell stories of a lot of cast members. And again, tonight it's my privilege that I get to introduce a very important storyteller. He is not only one of the directors alongside Nathan Greno for the movie you're watching tonight, he also is an Academy Award-winning director for Disney animations Encanto and Zootopia. He also helped direct Bolt and was an animation director for last year's record-breaking Moana 2, which is a very special movie to me as a big sister. And right now he is also directing Zootopia 2, which opens in theaters November 26th. So mark your calendars, it's coming up pretty soon. So please help me welcome, a warm welcome for Director of Tangled, Mr. Byron Howard.
Yeah! Byron! Yeah!
It's nice tonight. We got all listed up for us. So Byron, I thought we could ask you some questions because, of course, we're here tonight to talk about Tangled. Does that sound all right?
Yes, I'm here to talk about Tangled.
So we're watching Tangled tonight, and first I want to start off by asking you. I mean, it was quite, I'm sure, an adventure to help be a part of that team. Can you share some of the behind-the-scenes memories from creating Tangled?
Yes, and I brought slides. Yes,
Awesome.
So the story I'm going to tell you right now has to do with the snuggly duckling, and so this guy. This is Vladimir, the guy who likes ceramic unicorns. So directing in Disney is a tough job. It's a lot of work, but it has its perks. And one of the perks is that at one point it became necessary to cast the pub thugs like Vladimir behind me. And Jamie, our head of casting, came to me and said, "Who would be your dream? You have a dream, just like in the pub. What is your dream for casting this character?" And I said, "Could you possibly get," because I love James Bond movies, "Richard Kiel." Richard Kiel, I was in Jaws he's very tall, he was 7 feet tall, I had teeth of steel, from all those James Bond. I loved Richard Kiel, so I said, "Jamie, could you possibly ask Richard Kiel if he would do this role?" And he said yes, and he came down, he flew down from Northern California, and I was afraid he was going to squash my head, but he didn't squash my head, but he did squash the head of our assistant editor. That's John Wheeler. Rest in peace, John Wheeler. That's Richard Kiel. That was my dream coming true. So Richard Kiel became the voice of Vladimir, who you'll hear in the movie. That's Vladimir. That's charming story number one.
Number one.
More slides to come. Here's more slides coming up now. And now I'm going to tell you about my favorite part of the movie, and this all has to do with Alan Menken. Right after the midpoint of the movie, where Rapunzel shares the fact that she can heal with her hair, and Flynn reveals that his real name is Eugene. There's this amazing day in the kingdom where Alan wrote this amazing dance number that we choreographed and the animators animated to, and then there's this wonderful piece of music right in the middle, and if you go past this slide after the dance, with the king and the queen who are very sad because they've been missing their daughter for so many years, right before they released that first lantern into the sky. And Alan wrote a beautiful piece of music, a beautiful piece of score that bridges over the beautiful kingdom as the lanterns are being released, that carries you out to Rapunzel and Flynn and the boat. It will play over the scene, and you'll hear the music swell, and your heart will swell, and you'll know this is my favorite piece of music in the whole movie, and that leads you into the beautiful I See the Light sequence, which Alan brought in. He wrote it first try, and it was perfect. Like Nathan and I heard it, we knew that that was the perfect song for Rapunzel and Flynn to sing. So that is two things. I'm going to tell you something secret about the movie in a few moments. That's the third thing. But now,
okay,
yes.
yeah, that's amazing. I think I'm getting chills just hearing about those memories. Last I See the Lights is definitely a favorite of mine. So that's amazing to hear. So, for those of you who don't know, Tangled is coming up on 15 years. It's 15th anniversary. I know.
Crazy.
I was about 11 years old. Sorry for the jump scare. About 11 years old when it came out, and so yeah, I was prime age for someone who would wants to see princesses in action, and I love Tangled so much. And my cousin's in the audience, and her younger sister actually had her quinceañera recently was Tangled themed. So it kind of shows the magic of Tangled. It goes across generations. It is for all ages. So I have two questions for you. One, was there anything in particular that your teams were thinking of that was important to you in creating a character that was to be timeless for all ages? And also, how does it feel now, almost 15 years later, to see new ages and new audiences loving the movie that we all fell in love with 15 years ago?
Those are great questions.
Thank you.
I love those questions. So yeah, no, I mean, one of the things that was, this story had been looked at the Disney Studios back in 1957. Like, there were notes on Walt's desk about this story, but they couldn't crack it. And one of the big problems with the original story is that she stayed in the tower the whole time. So we immediately needed to figure out how to get her out of the tower. I love that Rapunzel, voiced by Mandy Moore, the amazing Mandy Moore, she takes charge of her own life, and she's really this brilliant light that can't be hidden. And actually, if you watch the movie, we made light a motif throughout the movie about Rapunzel, the flower, and in the pub, you'll actually see during her dance number, there's lights, and then of course the amazing lantern sequence, which became very iconic for her. But I think we all fell in love with how powerful she is, how smart she is, how incredibly true to herself she is. When she makes a promise, she really means it. And I think that's why she's just become a lasting character. And also has a sense of humor.
That's right. I think it's definitely true. Sense of humor, seeing someone, you can see yourself in that character. And I think that's why it's so timeless. Okay, my next question. So this is kind of prompting you. You're teasing this a bit. So when you were wrapping the movie,
yes,
you actually had an idea for another film. So can you kind of tease that? Tell us about it.
Did just as we finished up Tangled, they asked me like, what would be your dream project? Another dream for me, in addition to Richard Kiel. And I thought, well, I'd seen Robin Hood as a kid, and I would love to do an animal movie. So we started talking about this movie between a rabbit and a fox, and then I met Jared Bush, who was this writer who I interviewed, and he just seemed like my brother from another mother, and we both love snickerdoodle cookies, we both played the trombone,
Perfect, yeah.
both Creative Heights, and I said this was meant to be.
Yeah.
And so 15 years later, we have Zootopia and Encanto, and now Zootopia 2, which is almost done. We're finishing animation this week. We have 9 shots in theaters by this Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Very
That's
exciting.
right. So Zootopia 2, it's coming out 10 years later. Is there anything you can tell us that you were most excited about this film?
Here's a secret. This is absolutely true. No one outside of Disney Animation's walls knows this, except for you guys. You guys who came here tonight will know the secret. Rapunzel's frying pan makes not one, but 2 important appearances in Zootopia 2. Here it comes. That's number 1. I'm not going to tell you what the other one is. Only you people anywhere in the world know that. Just you folks. So that is for you.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to tell you where it is, but you'll see it.
That's awesome. I think the frying pan really is one of the main characters in Tangled, so that's amazing. All right, so I think we actually have a trailer. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, we have a new trailer soon. Not this is the newest one. You may have seen this one, but we'll play this one to get you in the mood for the new trailer that'll come out in a couple weeks, but we'll be right back. Here.
Let's take a look.
This way.
We're the first ones to see this?
No, I don't think so.
Welcome to Partners in Crisis. I'm your therapy animal, Dr. Fuzzbee. Greg, we talked about that. What are we making Merlin? Uncomfortable. Yes. And Francine, Clark may be a mouse, but he is your partner first. And we have 2 new partners. Can you tell us about your journey to this function junction?
Well, we've been official partners for 1 week, the anniversary, and we are functioning fine, better than fine. And we did sort of save the city, so us being here kind of seems like a huge misunderstanding.
Notice how she answered first, did not allow her partner to speak, and taps her foot when she's suppressing discomfort. And observe the source of her discomfort, represented by the disconnected affectation of her emotionally insecure partner. But for now, we begin by greeting our teammate. Okay, unfortunately, Karen has chosen to see Joel's smile as a sign of aggression. Tackles down, Karen. Karen, tackles down. Someone get the hose.
Money box. This is a make or break assignment. Fail and I will split you up.
No snake has set foot in Zootopia in forever.
Hops and Wild?
Wild and Hops. The dream team. Sorry, Paul.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, this is not your worst idea.
Wow, that was almost a compliment.
Your worst idea is what you did with your ears.
So, you're welcome.
Those are, I'm sure you're the most proudest credits. It's amazing.
I'm so proud.
Well, that's amazing. November of this year, don't forget it, Zootopia 2 is coming. So I think with that, is it time to kick off the show?
Thank you for coming out. Thanks everybody. Enjoy.
Happy World Princess Week. Enjoy